Well, you know what's also bullshit? Getting voted out twice on the double vote.
They come in here.
This jury was supposed
Alright, jury. I'll tell you guys when to come and talk, okay?
Okay. Still thinking of questions. Fuck.
I wonder which are our spots. Did I get the right one?
Alright, floating camera, can you not be in my view? Thank you. Alright,
Can I take it?
welcome to the final tribal council, guys. Congratulations, you are the top 3.
Can you take a screenshot real quick?
Yeah, I can take a screenshot. You guys can do what you want. So, the way this is going to work is each of the jury members gets the opportunity to ask you guys a question or make a statement on your behalf or whatever. They just have an opportunity to talk. But before they do that, you guys get the opportunity to talk about why your game was good and why you deserve to win. After all of that, the jury members will then go out here and have the opportunity to vote on the winner. I'll come, I'll read the votes, and then you guys will celebrate and the two of you will cry. All make sense? Alright guys, so to start with Scrib, your opening statement, buddy.
Okay. I think I played a very strategic game from the get-go. I made a majority alliance with the weaker members of my original tribe to try and counteract the Titans that were Sam, Michael, and Dylan the Snake that immediately allied together. And from post-merge, I lost pretty touch from pretty much all of my old tribe mates except Majora, but I was able to find new footing and make new alliances with the people on the pink tribe. And there I found 3 idols, which was very beneficial to my game and gave me a huge safety blanket, so I didn't have to worry so much about the votes against me per se, but I could focus more on pushing the social game and really making sure all my votes were ones that counted.
Alright. Phoebe, it's up to you.
My game is a bit of an up and down, but I feel like I've really improved during the game, really worked on it. At the very start, I joined Alliance. Majority of my tribe, I just kind of was using Brody's words as sheep and just followed along with the tribe. From voting myself off to here was pretty weird, but I feel like I've improved. I did pretty well in most of the upcoming challenges, the final challenge. From end of session 2, I feel like I was really improving like my strategy, getting alliances, and improving my game. And then it was a clusterfuck in the last session, but I feel like I did whatever I had to in my best interest. Like, I've been with Brady from the start. I had to betray him a little bit just for my best interest. And yeah.
Alright, Brodio, your turn.
Going back to the beginning of the game, I formed an alliance with Kid Fierce, and me and him were the leaders of the majority alliance in our tribe, which got us through the first few tribals, up until the tribe swap. At which point I guess I took a bit of a backseat because I had like internet issues, and I also wanted to not make a big target out of myself, which I think worked alright, because come merge I was able to very quickly form strong bonds with both Sam and Scrib, and at that point I guess I had 3 main allies in the 2 sitting next to me and Sam, and I like to think that I was honest with all of them and stuck with them all the whole time. Not once did I try to get any of the 3 out, even if I did take out their allies so that I could feel in a stronger place myself, which I think was the right move to make. And yeah, I won 3 immunity challenges, proving, and did very well in almost every other challenge. So I did well there and was still able to somehow make my way here, which I think also proves that I therefore played a very strong social game as well.
Alright, cool. Each of the jury members now gets the opportunity to ask a question. If anyone is not happy with starting off now and wants to wait till the end, I'm happy to skip them, but otherwise we'll go in the order they were voted off. Sherry, you got one to go?
Yes.
Come on, buddy.
So far. Yep. Okay. Congratulations, all 3 of you. Into the final 3, unlike the other 17 of us couldn't do. me having the double opportunity, even still wasn't able to do it. So it's pretty disappointing. But okay, Scribber, I'll start with you. You say
Yeah.
your strategy was, well, presumably better than the other two, but yet your idols play isn't very intelligent. Most of the time, you wasted 2 of them. One of them did save you, but what was the logic behind playing them all at those tribal councils?
The logic behind playing my idols was that I think I mainly used them as a safety blanket to fall back on in case my social game failed, which luckily it didn't. I was able to propel myself and keep the votes off me in the first place to where I didn't even need them in the end, but they were still there just to keep myself safe. I used the first one in the Scramble Tribal because I had no idea if my name would be just thrown out on the paper, and it was a few times, so I think that was a smart play in the end. And the other two, it was just the last 2 tribals I could use them, so I figured I might as well just use it to save myself in the case of anything crazy.
That's fair. Yeah, you can't get any souvenirs, so that's fair enough. Brody, I guess. Brody, so you said you had a really good social game, and that's what I've heard from some jury people as well. You made some promises to them that you couldn't, unfortunately, keep for them, and maybe for you. Don't know, might bite you in the butt. How many people do you think are going to be upset at what you've done? And will
I think, looking back on it, the only ones that I really
do you
I guess
regret it? Yes, sorry,
did
got
dirty in a way would be Speed, Dango, and Michael. And even then, Michael knew that I'd been trying to get him out in the past, so I don't think that was as bad. I think the only real ones then are, Dango and Speed.
Okay.
Everyone else I either didn't vote off or told them that I was going to. So.
Yep. Okay. Phoebe, okay, I wasn't prepared for everyone. What do you think you did better than both of your that's here on your side?
Well, they both have experience, so I wouldn't say their social game was definitely better than mine. Trying to, I feel like I did get up to their levels and being able to get people's trust like they did. Mine would mostly just be improvement throughout. That's all I can really like. Picking up how to do things, like how it worked, and yeah.
Okay.
Getting up to their levels.
That's good. Okay. Thank you. Congrats. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Who needs them? Okay, I'm just gonna keep it simple across the 3 of you with the same question. What was like the hardest thing for you to do or experience? Starting with Brody.
God. I mean, I think experience-wise, the hardest thing would be losing Sam, since, I mean, I've already told these 2. I think he was my closest ally overall, and it was just unfortunate that I wasn't able to keep him in there, which is on my mistake in the round before as well, but that happened. Difficult-wise, I think it was managing to win immunity in that final 5. I think that if I hadn't done that, I would have been going home and would not be sitting here today.
Okay, Phoebe.
Definitely I didn't betray Brody, but just having to do what's best for me to get me here. Like, I've been with Brody from the start, but I had to, he told me to vote Majora, but I went with my thing to vote out Sam because I felt, as no offense to Majora, but Sam was a much bigger threat than Majora to me, and I had been allying with Majora. So that was quite hard for me.
Okay, what about you, Script?
The hardest thing for me was definitely deciding to vote off Majora in the end. He was one of my allies from the very beginning, and probably my closest throughout the entire game. But I just really respected the game that Brody played, and I felt he deserved to be here in the final 3.
Yeah, alright, sweet. Best of luck to the 3 of you.
Hi.
Right.
Dibbler. Love
Yeah.
you. Thanks.
I like that question.
Alright.
Man, Dango, you're not doing a good job of giving Speed time to think of a question.
Alright. Hey, Scribbloy.
Yeah.
You think that maybe your level of confidence was, I don't know, boosted by the numerous number of idols that you've received throughout the game? Do you think that had you not had as many as you did, that you would have maybe messed up somewhere along the line?
I think certainly the idols that I had were pretty much the sole source of my confidence. I knew that if there was ever a time where my vote was in question, I could just throw an idol and I'd be safe. I made sure that I would use them very strategically in the case that I was really unsure of what was going to happen, and try to avoid blindsides in that manner. And I don't think my social game would have been anywhere near as good without them to give me that confidence.
Right. Phoebe, how much calculation did you do in your decision in the playstyle of basically being a sheep to Brody? Not in any obviously offensive form, but
in a decision. At the start, I'm gonna be honest, I had no clue what I was doing, and straight up, I don't know what I got myself in for. But my decision to like go away was seeing if I were to be a sheep with Brody. So weird saying that, but and I just Andrew, fuck off. If I'd have kept doing that, it wouldn't have kept me in. He might have just been kept loyal to Brody. He kept loyal to Brody fully. It would have probably resulted in me going out. Because yeah, he would have been. I know how much of a good like social player he is, and how I was scared of him the whole fucking time. The main reason I was a sheep. Fucking hell. And he was just so strong with his social game. I feel that's why I.
alright. And last but most certainly not least, Brodio, I believe your dear friend Dylan the Snake would be very proud of you, as you've been a very slippery snake throughout the game. Congratulations for making it this far.
Thank you.
Sure.
Alright, you're up, buddy.
Alright. Okay. But Scrib, I think you already answered this earlier, that for Phoebe and Brody. Why did you choose to ally with the people you did ally with, you know?
Do you wanna go first, Phoebe?
Yeah, sure. I chose Brody because it was an obvious choice. He knew what he's doing. The people in our alliance I was close to, and it was kind of an obvious thing for me. It was pretty obvious for me with Brody, but just with Majora, I just kind of trusted him. When he came on our team, I can't remember what it was, but we trusted each other in something, and he's just a pretty trustworthy guy.
Am I good to go? Alright, well, at the start, my main alliance of 6 at the start was kind of like 50% me, 50% Kid. We both agreed to work together, and then he picked you and Andrew, I picked Phoebe and Spurlow. And we formed that 6 and did really well with that. And then I'd found an idol clue at the tribe swap, and Phoebe, Spurlow and I went and found that it had been discovered and taken. And so the next day, I went to Scrib and asked for an alliance with him, and told him I knew he had an idol, pretty much. Which is the main reason I started it, and then we developed a bond. And then he met up with Dango at the merge, who was with Sam and Michael, and that's where I found my bond with Sam, and that was, I guess, how my alliances all came to be and why I chose them. It just kind of happened a bit more naturally. Scrib was an idol, Sam was a strong player, and I think I made the right choices.
Good job.
Oh yeah, I appreciate it.
Alright, first things first, congrats you guys.
Thank you.
I'm gonna ask you all to do the same thing, and we'll start with Brody. Brody, I want you to pick from either Phoebe or Scrib and tell me why you think they deserve to win.
Honestly, if I had to look at, I would probably go Scrib, because, well, Phoebe has certainly shown the most improvement. I think Scrib has played a better game from the start, which is not Phoebe's fault, since she didn't really know what she's doing, but yeah, I think, also Scrib being amazing at finding idols, and he used those really well to form, he used it to bring me on side multiple times, which I think worked out really well for both of us, and then So yeah, I think Scrib edges it out.
Alright, Phoebe?
I have no clue there. I genuinely do so, but like Brody played a stronger social game than Scrib, more like with his idols, although he did play a good social game. I don't. You get a Scrib and then I'll have my answer.
Alright, Scrib.
Yeah, I think Brody would deserve to win, purely because he played a very good social game that always tried to propel himself forward, and he was completely cutthroat when it came to cutting people off when he felt it was necessary and sticking true to his alliances at the same time.
Yeah, I'm going
Okay. Alright. Fair enough. Okay, I have one last quick question for Brody then.
Yeah.
At the time, did you know that I was getting eliminated?
I mean, I had a worry when Scrib told me that everyone else was voting for you, but I was honestly, I was hopeful that Phoebe would honestly. I was expecting a tie once it got down to it. I honestly did not think you were going. I thought it would be a tie at the least.
I almost cried.
Thanks, guys. Good luck.
I feel like my question's like really bad because I've been like trying to think of questions for the last half an hour and I've been really bad at them. This is two questions to all three of you, I guess. Did you coming into this game? Did you guys have any like specific like strategies going into it? Like, were you guys gonna focus more on exploring, trying to find clues, idols, and all that stuff, or were you guys gonna work more on the social game to try and group up with other people to put your trust in them, I guess? Or are you trying to more focus on your own game and trying to find idols and stuff? I don't mind who goes first.
I'll go first then, I guess. I think my strategy evolved a lot over the game. My initial plan was to find an idol, and then I got unlucky and never got any clues or anything throughout the first section, pre-tribe swap, and I relied more on just having the alliance there and didn't really have to do all that much, honestly. After that, I changed things up, spent less time looking for an idol and more time working on my social game and my interactions with people, which I think I did a very good job of, obviously, seeing as after being told multiple times I was a threat and considered for voting, made it here.
Maybe I know you didn't have like much of a strategy coming into it, but like,
mine was mostly explore. I was lost for the first 2 days or something. I wanted to find things. I didn't find a single dragon's breath by myself. I was very unlucky on our first island. But only that I was just so proud of myself when I figured out the clue for Brody's clue, and that was we didn't even find it. But so when we went to the new island, I was very happy about finding a lot of things.
And Mr. Scribbler?
I think Survivor in general is a very adaptive game, so you can't really come into it with a set game plan. But in general, throughout the game, I just tried to keep myself in the majority alliance, so the heat was off my back. And luckily, I found multiple idol clues and found the idols in order to keep the security blanket in case I was ever in any danger, which I never really ended up in.
Congrats to you guys. You guys deserve it much more than me. Good luck, guys. I hope you guys do well. But how do I
Stairs,
get
Joey.
okay.
Use the stairs. Alright, Majora. Last but not least, you're up, buddy.
Oh,
Right, go on, Chris.
I apologize. I don't really have any questions, but you all have very valid reasons to win, and it's kind of hard to choose because you've all played a really good game. But good luck to all of you. Yeah, that's all. I don't really have any questions. So that's
No
all I
worries.
got.
Thank you very much, buddy.
Yeah. Right on.
Alright, so the three of you, starting with Scrib, will just have an opportunity to close your thoughts, give all the best reasons you have for winning, and then these guys will get to go vote. So, Scrib, starting with you, buddy.
I think I played the best game because even though I got lucky with finding the idol clues and the idols, I think in general I played my social game well enough to where I didn't even need them in the end, and I generally kept true to my alliances and worked my hardest to just keep myself in the game as long as possible, and it worked out just perfectly fine.
Alright, Phoebe, you're next.
like I worked really well as the game went on and adapted to different circumstances, and was able to make my own decisions in the end. And I don't think anyone expected me to. I feel like I did pretty well.
Alright, and Brody, just to finish up, jump on your chair there, buddy.
Yeah. Okay, I wanted to be able to make sure everyone can
Jump
hear
on the
me.
chair, buddy. They'll hear you.
Okay. So, yeah, I like to say I played a very strong challenge game. I won 3 individual immunities and performed very well in the others. I played a very strong social game, even if, like Michael said, I was sometimes a bit of a snake when I deemed it necessary to benefit my own game. And I stuck true to the 3 people that I was determined to be, like, the people I'd chosen as my closest allies. I was honest with the whole time, and I managed to bring 2 of them with me to the final 3. So, yeah, that's why I think I deserve to win.
Alright, thank you very much. So, without further ado, Alex, you're the first one to vote. Go in there, write down who you want to win, sign the book, and yeah, inside, if you could really write down why you want to vote for them, I'd really appreciate it, but obviously, you don't have to if you don't want to. And yeah, there will be a camera in there, so Lord will record
If I
it.
slept, you would have murdered me, so...
Yeah, fair, but that doesn't mean I don't appreciate it, buddy.
Jory, you missed my talk.
Yes. Shero, you're next, buddy.
Cool. I'll wait for Speed to get back.
That's very nice of you. Alright, Shero's back. Speller, it's your turn to go vote.
I was like, this is way too similar to...
She came to me with it and was like, I'm in.
I wanna have a look at my
Dango, you're up, buddy.
Do you have a joke?
We worked out like
No,
where
I
it was,
wanna
we just
sleep.
couldn't find any structure down
So
there.
do I.
Because the cave was so big and we thought
Wow,
when you can
Alright, Dango's done. No, Michael's next.
I didn't play
the
it.
last
Okay.
majority, because we were the last
I
one.
was
voting.
lagging. I was lagging.
Gosh,
too bad
I heard something with an M, and I thought.
And Michael's back, by the way. Sam, you're up to go.
Sam,
Yep,
where
Joey's
you
up. Cool. And last but not least, Majora, you're up. Alright, Majora's coming back now. Without further ado, you guys, I'm going to go collect what will probably be the final vote. Alright, jump on up, Majora. Alright, guys, I will see you soon. It's alright, guys. I hope you're, hang on, who's missing?
Spella.
Why is Spello not here?
Fucking Spirlo.
Oh, Spello, you cheeky bastard. Alright, jump back on your chair, guys. Dango. Dango, please. Please be where you belong, buddy.
What?
Your chair, dude. There we go, thank you. Alright, guys. I hope you've all had a fun time. I've had a blast organizing and watching you guys do this. I hope you all enjoyed playing it as much as I enjoyed watching it. So, without further ado, there are 8 votes here. Only one of you can be crowned the winner, so let's get started. First vote, Phoebe. Second vote, Brody. Third vote, Scrib. That's 1 vote each, guys.
Oh, at least I didn't get to...
Fourth vote, Phoebe. Fifth vote, Brody. Sixth vote, Scrib. We're tied.
So
2 votes each, guys.
Oh my god.
2 votes
Yeah,
left.
2 votes left.
Don't tie it up.
7th vote, Scrib. And the winner of the first season of Noon on Survivor, with a score of 4-2, Scribbler. Congratulations, buddy.
Congrats, Scrib.
Cheer, you fucks, cheer.
Everyone's too tired to cheer.
I can hear the tired. Alright, so big thank you to everyone who came and played. Go to sleep. We love you.
Thank you, Ben and Miles and Lord.
Thank you for hosting.